Okay guys, I'm gonna give a quick example of how to use a timer. So first of all, we need a timer. We need a clock. So that's not in user interface. It's all the way to sensors, and it is the clock. And I'm just gonna drag it in. Notice that it's not gonna appear in the screen. Is gonna be in the non-visible components on the bottom. And yes, it's called clock one. We can rename it. We can use clock because it's already a word used by the system, but I can use, for example, timer. So my timer is going to be clicking, and we can decide how much time it needs to wait between each click. So the time interval right here is what defines its clicking. So right now it's 1,000 milliseconds. So 1,000 milliseconds is actually 1 second. So if I wanted every minute to click every minute, I just put 60,000. If I want every hour, and so forth, right? So we're gonna leave it in every second. So every second, this thing is gonna be clicking. Now, let's go to blocks. And what we're gonna use is in timer, the first one, when the timer click, when timer. So whenever it clicks, so every second, is going to do something special. What are we going to do? Well, we want to know what time is it, and we want to display it. So to do so, we need actually a variable related to the timer. So I'm going to create a variable. I'm going to call it time now. And, well, it's going to be kind of a text. We don't know what time is it right now when we initialize a variable, so I'm just going to put text inside of that. So time now right now is equal to text. And we're going to set every time the timer clicks, we're going to set that timer to time clock. So we're going to go to timer, and we're going to call timer now. What it's going to do is it's going to replace our text right now, that is just a generic value that we added to start. We're going to replace it to whatever is the time at that moment. Now, we need, so to help you with your project, I'm going to do three variables, 1 hour, 1 minute, and 1 second. So I'm going to create my variable hour, minute, and second. And we're going to add just text right now because we don't know what time is it when you're actually starting the program. So I'm just going to put text in each one of them. Now we're going to try to figure out what time is it. So we're going to set our hour, and we're going to go to timer, and we're going to look for the one that check for hour, call timer. This one adds hour, so we don't want to add hour. We want to call timer hour, this one here. That one is going to ask the system what time is it, what hour it is, and when do we want to know what time is it? Right now. And we're going to do this for minutes and seconds. Oops, wrong one. So we have the hour, we have the minute, we need to put hours here, minutes here, and the last one would be, whoa, seconds. Very good. Now, if I run this program, we will have a variable called hour with the hour of the day, a variable called minute with the minute of the day, and that's not the correct thing. Here I should have time now, and time now. There you go. The minute of the day, and this one with the second of the day. Let's see. Hour, minute, second, time now. Very good. What do I want to do? Well, I want to display it. So I'm going to go back to Designer, and I'm going to go to the interface. And now I'm going to choose one of those. I can use a button. I can use a checkbox. Well, it wouldn't look that good. I think I want to use really a label, something that we just display on the screen. I'm going to call it there. And right now it has text for level 1. And on the bottom I can just erase it and put a space so it doesn't have anything. We're going to change it in the first second, right? Background, bold, change font. We're not going to play with this. Just going to leave it there, and it is visible. We can change the name. I usually rename it so it has something to do with what we're doing. So time of the day. Boom. We go back here, and now we have time of the day there. And what we're going to do is we're going to set the text of time of the day to what? Well, we're going to put hour, minutes, and seconds with a semicolon in the middle. So I need a text, and what we're going to do is join those texts. We're going to join hour. So we're going to get the hour of the day. Then here we need to put the separation between hours and seconds. Now we need to put minutes. Hours and minutes, I'm sorry. Now we need to put minutes. So I'm going to add a string. And I'm going to put my minutes. And finally, I'm going to add another semicolon. And actually I can add another one for finally the seconds. And the last variable would be seconds. That's going to join those three with a semicolon in between. So it's going to give me the hour of the day, and it's going to change what is displayed on time of the day. It's going to change the text. It's going to do that every second. Okay, I'm going to put another video in a minute with actually the program running, and I will put another video later about if and else situations for your conditions, for what time it is and what you're supposed to do with that. Otherwise, good luck, guys.